A world-renowned ballet is on its way to Orchard Lake. The Polish Institute at Orchard Lake is proud to partner with the European Royal Classic Ballet as they bring Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake to Greater West Bloomfield as part of their inaugural U.S. tour. Joining me now to talk about that even more from the Polish Institute of Culture and Research is their Associate Director for Polonia Affairs, Ania Bieciuk. Thanks for joining us.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, happy to have you on. This is a pretty interesting thing that's coming to our community and a unique opportunity for our community to begin being part of this nationwide tour of a very well-known ballet. So from your point of view with the Polish Institute, what is the significance of partnering with the European Royal Classic Ballet on bringing Swan Lake to Greater West Bloomfield?
You know, Jake, we're extremely excited at the opportunity because the European Royal Classical Ballet actually started off as the Polish Royal Classical Ballet. And as they've expanded and as they've approached this inaugural U.S. tour, they've taken on a few more European aspects to their ballet company, which is absolutely exciting. But we're thrilled at the opportunity to be able to have this global reach because typically we focus on local Metro Detroit Polish activities that are happening, but this is a reach that goes far beyond the state of Michigan, United States, and it grasps into Europe. So being able to culminate the culture of Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake and tie that in with the Royal Ballet Company and bring that here home to us is remarkably significant. It's everything that we hope, and it's exactly what our mission is.
So then this must not be a new relationship then. It seems like this is a pretty well-established relationship between the ERCB and the Polish Institute here in Orchard Lake.
You know, it's an excellent relationship, but it's not that long. It really isn't, but it's become a fast friendship professionally and on a personal level as well. They're remarkable people. I mean, these performers are absolutely fantastic. Their skill set is superb. And the managers, in fact, and the executive directors, we communicate pretty much on a weekly basis. So it feels like we've known each other for much longer than what we have experienced.
Ania Bieciuk is with us from the Polish Institute for Culture and Research at Orchard Lake Schools on today's edition of The Splash Live. The European Royal Classic Ballet bringing Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake to Greater West Bloomfield very soon, and among the first stops will be right here in our community as they go all throughout the United States. And you mentioned it earlier on, there's already sort of been this a historical connection between the ballet and our local Polish community. Dive into that a little bit deeper for us. How deep does the ballet have a connection to Poland and ultimately to our local Polish community?
Well, you know, Polish people are extremely proud of their culture. And so, you know, dance being a form of that expressive form of culture, that goes far and deep. It's generations, you know, it's integrated in all of us. In fact, we just had the 22nd annual Polish dancing blessing at St. Hyacinth's in Detroit, and there were hundreds of people who gathered in Polish folk costumes to celebrate that very essence of what our culture is. So forms of expression in dance and art, everything that the Polish Institute supports and loves, especially with our new Galleria that we have, with the art exhibits that we have on display. This is just another example of that deep love for culture that we have.
The performance will be on Tuesday, April 8th at the Berman Center for the Performing Arts. Just one of the many stops that the ballet will be making across the U.S., the European Royal Classic Ballet bringing Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake right here to Greater West Bloomfield in just a little over a week. Tuesday, April 8th. There is a special meet and greet through the Friends of the Polish Institute. That RSVP deadline a little bit earlier on April 4th. All the details on this and plenty more happening at the Polish Institute can be found on PICROL.org. Again, that website, PICROL.org. Their Associate Director for Polonia Affairs, Ania Bieciuk, is with us on today's edition of The Splash Live. And this ambassadorship, so to speak, between the European Classic Ballet, and the Polish Institute sort of has a great opportunity to bring the Polish Institute out onto a larger scale level, make more people aware of it. What sort of opportunity does this provide for your organization to not only show what you do here locally, but also connect even more of the Polish community outside of Greater West Bloomfield to Greater West Bloomfield?
Right, exactly. We'd like to think that people locally, and especially in the state of Michigan, if they have any interest in Polish culture, know about us. But also, as any organization, any nonprofit organization, we're always trying to sort of push the bounds of our recognition and sort of foray into new places. So this is extremely exciting because it shows people that Polish culture and the essence of what it compromises is not select, it's not small, it's not just limited to this specific geographic area. It goes far and wide, and we've been very fortunate and extremely grateful for our wonderful partners in the Polish government and in different nonprofit organizations and other organizations with Polish roots throughout the United States. So the collaborations and the partnerships that we have are really remarkable, and all of us, anyone I think who works and participates and volunteers in any ethnic community organization, we understand the importance of these relationships and knowing that in order for us to move forward and to have a future, we have to support our past and we have to support one another. So being able to bring individuals and groups from Poland, especially from the motherland, so to speak, we're very fortunate. It's a breath of fresh air to bring something new and exciting. And we're fortunate to be able to share that with a multitude of generations. So we expect little ones and bigger ones to come and celebrate and just have a wonderful day of appreciation on Tuesday, April 8th.
And it's such a universal way to spread culture and communication and bring people together through art. And with your new Galleria, you mentioned that just a little over a year since that had its official opening. How much of a factor does art play in your organization's outreach to not only the Polish community, but the greater community as well, to bring them in on this extensive culture that we have so well connected to our local community?
Yeah, Jake, I think the biggest component that I try to convey is that music and art is universal, regardless of what our heritage, what our experiences are. That it's sort of like the baseline, the unifier. And art is a significant component of what we do at the Polish Institute. We've been incredibly fortunate to be able to receive and to be sort of the stewards, the guardians of a significant art collection on the campus of Orchard Lake Schools. And that is housed in the Galleria, which is newly renovated. It's been a year. It's crazy to think how quickly time has passed. We're circulating and doing different exhibits, but there's something to show, having art pieces closed behind doors doesn't help anyone. Opening it up to the public, putting out exhibits, educating people, I think that's the biggest component. Not just presenting people with the pieces, but teaching them about who these people are and where they came from and what inspired them. And especially being able to convey history and emotion and a visual component is one that is really, you can't really grasp that in any other way. So we're incredibly fortunate to be able to actually convey these tangible things to the public. And it's an awesome opportunity and a responsibility that we take very, very seriously.
And it's a great opportunity, too, to kind of fulfill the overall mission of the Polish Institute in our local community. That goes right along with everything else that you do. Ania, before we let you go, I want to give you a chance to tell the people of our community a little bit more about what you do day to day, what you offer in our community that help continue this relationship between the local Polish population, Polish American population, and those outside of it here in Greater West Bloomfield and surrounding areas.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're uniquely positioned because the Polish Institute of Culture and Research is housed on the campus of Orchard Lake School St. Mary's. So our responsibility has a few facets to it. First of all, promoting and continuing the Polish legacy and the culture, which is St. Mary's. It was founded by a Polish priest, and it's very important for us. It's critical for us to continue that memory and that history and making sure that our students and our parents and our families know where they come from and just sort of the basis and the roots of the school. But then we also, of course, focus on the local Polish community. And when I say local, that doesn't just extend to West Bloomfield and Orchard Lake, that really extends to the entire state of Michigan. We're fortunate we have a wonderful relationship with the Grand Rapids Polish community. They have a historical society out there. They're coming out to see us and to view the Galeria this Saturday for our new exhibit, which is biographies of Polish Americans. You can find more information on our website about that. But really, the local aspect is pretty wide. The net is cast quite far, and then the last component is making sure that we have these consistent relationships overseas and with the greater population outside of Michigan. Sort of, I'd like to say globally. Those are very important, and it seems like a very daunting task, which at times it is. But you know what? It's a passion. It's a love for continuing and cultivating this culture. And what an awesome opportunity to have a gem like this in our backyard and to be able to share that. So I want to let viewers know that these opportunities are not just limited to Orchard Lake schools, but to the community at large too. So the information is available on our website at www.picrol.org. You can buy tickets there. I do have to mention that for this particular ballet performance for Swan Lake, we are indebted to the Berman Center in West Bloomfield. They've been a remarkable host, and we're very excited to be able to continue a relationship with them. And of course, we encourage everyone to attend our VIP meet and greet. Please RSVP for that. You'll be able to meet the dancers and the producers of the ballet as well. So thank you very much, Jake.
Appreciate it. The European Royal Classic Ballet's performance of Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake is coming to the greater West Bloomfield area Tuesday, August 8th, as Ania said. Tickets available on their website, picrol.org. If you want to get that special experience with a private meet and greet directly after the performance through the Friends of the Polish Institute, you got to do that by April 4th. But again, all that information on picrol.org. Ania, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Jake. I appreciate it.